Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to some event information with Donald Mustard posting a brand new teaser today. We're going to get into that and break it all down. It's going to be super exciting. We've started to pick up the pace again with the videos on the channel, so if you are new around here and you're enjoying this content, don't forget to tap that subscribe button. Let's jump straight into this as always and show you guys what we have going on in the Fortnite community. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on, and the first thing to mention is the topic of the event being roughly around 40 minutes long. So this was discussed in my previous video, but lots of people recently have really been coming out and saying about this and saying like they're really excited for it. They really think that it's going to be 40 minutes long. Is it actually going to be 40 minutes? Well, we do have a little bit of a preview here of possibly why it's not going to last 40 minutes. Here he said, question, will the event last 40 minutes? While nothing is confirmed 100%, my theory is actually the event will only last for about 18 minutes with gameplay and cutscenes, which is going to be longer than all past events. Most past events have been around 10 to 12 minutes, so 18 minutes would be huge, which would be pretty awesome. After that, we could possibly watch / play some sort of story mode, which was initially leaked by Hypex after the game, possibly. No one really knows though, related to reforging reality. Who knows exactly what this is or what it's going to be, but it would be interesting to see what happens in the post-event and what happens during the live event. They always do something post-event. It's a countdown, it's a mini game or a world, but this time there's rumors that it could be some sort of, like they said, a story mode where we have to recreate something, do something, challenges. I don't think it'll be something like reforging reality, but I think it'll be something where you're actually doing something quite interesting regarding what happened during the event. Maybe just the transitional phase between 3 and 4, which could technically be something related to reforming the actual reality, depending on what reality it is, or rebuilding it, because as you can see from the teaser, or the thumbnail or picture, whatever you want to call it, poster, that is actually kind of giving us a hint that things are going to go bad like always in these events. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Now we've got some information on Downtime. So the actual release of Chapter 4's Downtime will last roughly between 10 and 11 hours, which is typical for the past few seasons. Epic has mentioned that you'll be able to receive the Toasty Roast emote between the 2nd, 9 AM Eastern Time, to December 4th, which is 2:45 AM Eastern Time. Weird one, 2:45, I'm not too sure why it's that, but it is, which means it's between the mentioned hours, which is probably the release of, you know, Chapter 4. So that's kind of exciting, expecting it to release between them hours. Not too sure if it will release exactly on these, but you know, when I'm saying it's between these hours, we know the event's on the 3rd, so obviously the 4th, 2:45 AM Eastern. Between that, the 3rd, the event time, and then the time that this expires is probably when you'll be able to claim the Toasty Roast emote. And a little preview of that, you can see it here. It is in game, which you'll be able to get it from December the 2nd at 9 AM, and obviously this is what it looks like, so it's kind of cool. I do like it, and I think you guys would like it too. It's a nice little emote, and it's kind of just a tribute to the Chapter 3 lore, which we did have going on in the world of Fortnite. So yeah, a really cool one there on that side of stuff. Now this is kind of a bit of a spoiler, so if you want to skip ahead of these mini games, you can. To be honest, I don't think they're that much of a spoiler. They're just kind of items that are already available in Fortnite, and it's just listing a bunch of items that possibly could appear in the minigame after the event if we do receive one. So this is basically it. Here you see a cage saddle item will be available, probably an item where you can just ride different animals and stuff. Booth changer, which is where you can change your skins. Bouncers, snowball launcher, hot rocks. Players will be able to play with basketballs and fish possibly, and also 8 NPCs to interact with, which all have the glitched effect, which is kind of interesting, which is really interesting actually. We'll have to see how that plays out. Star fans, star reveals, stargazer, zoom exit, campfires also damage you. I have no idea what they are. Who knows what they are? Who knows? I have no idea. Weird one. All mini games come from TweetBR apparently here, and also you can see we do have the date for the event, 40 minutes duration. That we talked about that before. That's incorrect. Parties of up to 4 players, which makes sense. Joining progress up to that mark there, the 4:40 PM Eastern Time, which is when players can join in, and obviously it talks about the free emote down there as well, and Risk will teleport us somewhere during the event, which is usually what happens. So yeah, not really much there really that important, but it's interesting to kind of get a little preview of how things are going to go after the event with mini games maybe, and maybe where things are going to go during it. But I'm kind of excited for it. I think, you know, these leaks aren't really too major. It's just talking about the end. A lot of people have already mentioned this sort of stuff. So yeah, kind of interesting stuff there regarding mini games. All right, the next one we've got for you guys is going to be coming in on the Reddit side. So this one is quite an interesting one. There's been a lot of stuff in the item shop which is possibly gold, and this is possibly going to be seen during the live event because they are referencing a lot of gold stuff being released. And this is only a theory, but I think it's a good theory, and I think we might be seeing some gold during the event. So yeah, I'm hoping we do, and hopefully Midas does come back, save us, or maybe even just defeat us and troll us or something. Who knows? But it'll be exciting to see. I think a lot of you guys will be excited to actually get your hands on some gold items as well for the event. If you're excited to maybe see gold versus chrome, I think that would be cool, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that we could get that during the live event. And this one here was an interesting one. So this one here was posted on the Reddit as well, and they noticed a tiny bit of red on one of the chrome bits, which could be a reference to one of the 7's armor colors. And you can see here's a little preview of it here on the poster. On that bottom left side, we do see one of the 7 members' helmets, which to me looks like either the, I think it looks like the Visitor or the Foundation. I think that's the vibe I get from that helmet preview, and which could indicate that maybe one of the 7 maybe get defeated during the event, or beaten, or destroyed. We know that they've kind of already been destroyed. You know, we saw that happen to Scientist and the Origin in the original release of the season trailer for Chapter 3, Season 4. But will they actually get defeated during the event or not? That's a question I don't 100% know the answer to. So the next topic I want to talk about is something that Donald has just updated today, and it is a teaser for the brand new event, and it's about the different realities and how they're going to play a part in this Fortnite event. So you can see here, Donald actually updated his reality stuff here, and his newest reality that he's located in is now reality 602. Now this reality itself could mean something, or it might not, I don't know 100%, but it is one of the realities that he's mentioned. And if we actually look at this list here, the other day, we can see that the another reality that he mentioned was 153, and in the past, we can look at this, and we have obviously a little preview of different realities. We have reality 0, the last reality, and reality 659, which is probably where the paradigm went to. So we have details on some of the realities, but not all of them. And also realities 8992 and 35 are most likely realities amongst others, whereas Geno's particles were scattered. This must be told in something else. I'm not too sure where that information has come from, to be honest. Maybe a comic or maybe something like that. I actually don't know. So if anyone knows where that information has come from for reality 8992 and 35, let me know. I personally feel like it's one of Jones's voice tapes, but I may be wrong. I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's the topic on the realities, and that leads into my theory, because if there's going to be different realities mentioned during the event, I do think that we will be teleporting between realities during the event, and then we'll kind of see the chrome kind of crossing between different realities and different worlds, leaking into different places. While we've got to try and stop the chrome, it could be leaking absolutely everywhere. And I think generally that would be a super awesome topic for Fortnite to touch on and focus around that kind of cross-world reality merge with obviously reality 0, where the 0 point is, but obviously using the other worlds to combat against the chrome, send it through different reality portals, and obviously get access, kind of like sending it away and get access to protect the 0 point. I think most of these events are centered around the 0 point, and people were talking about maybe it's time for Fortnite to even change the storyline up and get rid of the 0 point stuff, kind of just passively keep the 0 point there as not the main character, but have other characters actually step up to the main character position rather than the island and the 0 point being the main character, which is what Donald has been going for since the start of Fortnite. But I do think that, I think it's weird if you were to change it. I know a few people were talking about it. I personally think changing the story would be quite difficult to do now with it being so developed. I just think they've just got to give more backstory, go back in time. I feel like you could give a lot of backstory stuff with this, and maybe Chapter 4, imagine if like maybe Chapter 4 was like a prequel to Chapter 1. Now that would be pretty awesome. Makes it confusing, but also follows the Star Wars pathline, 1, 2, 3, and then go back with 4. I don't know, maybe it will be. Maybe Chapter 4 will be a prequel. It's kind of an interesting theory, but that's it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Once again, this is postboxpat, signing out.